It's been more than 20 years since the infamous attack on Olympic figure skating star Nancy Kerrigan, but her dramatic story is making headlines again following the release of the critically acclaimed I, Tonya. But while the rest of the world resurrects the scandalous story of skater Tonya Harding's ex-husband reportedly hiring a man to club Kerrigan in the knee, Kerrigan herself has since skirted the spotlight. So why the radio silence? We've got the details. Giving up pro skating. Following her silver medal win at the '94 Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, which she earned a mere 7 weeks after the attack on her knee, Kerrigan retired from competitive ice skating at the age of 25. But she left on a high note, earning millions of dollars in endorsements, thanks in part to her manager and now husband, Jerry Solomon. Threats on her life. Kerrigan reportedly received threats on her life during the '94 Olympic Games, prompting her to bail before the closing ceremony. But according to UPI, some fans didn't believe the threats were real and attributed Kerrigan's early exit to a media contract with Disney, noting that she showed up to a parade at Disney World instead of attending closing ceremonies. Kerrigan told the Daily Mail in 2013 that on top of crushing media scrutiny, she was indeed receiving threats. She even claimed she was asked to leave Lillehammer by the King of Norway via a message that deemed her a security risk. The harsh spotlight. Though many now categorize the Kerrigan vs. Harding era as a classic battle of good versus evil, it was Kerrigan who suffered intense backlash following her injury and Olympic success. The athlete was heavily scrutinized for relatively benign comments made in the presence of hot mics. In one instance, during a Disney World parade, she was overheard saying, while it might be true, the emotional whiplash of a one-time media darling recast as a graceless diva seemed to drive Kerrigan out of the spotlight. Dancing with the Stars bomb. Kerrigan took on the most high-profile gig she's had since her Olympic days by competing on Dancing with the Stars in 2017, but she wasn't the champion on the ballroom floor that she once was on the ice. The skater was eliminated in Week 7, which distinguished her as the only former figure skater to have competed on the show and not make it into the top 5, according to NBC Sports. But Kerrigan told Good Morning America that the experience was invaluable, saying she now knows,
"We are so capable of doing more than we think we are."
Low-key performing. Though she hasn't skated competitively in a long time, Kerrigan hasn't hung up the skates completely. She's even participated in shows as recently as early 2017, telling Parade, "I still do some things here and there, but I'm mainly the driver for the kids at home, so it's a little limited." Kerrigan told Entertainment Tonight,
I don't even really skate much anymore.
Really?
Well, I'm mom, I have 3 kids, and I'm in my car driving around, driving them to where they need to go. Yeah, all the time.
Family tragedy. Kerrigan suffered a devastating personal tragedy in 2010 when her brother, Mark Kerrigan, was incarcerated in connection to the passing of her father, Daniel Kerrigan. According to the New York Daily News, Mark was found guilty of assault and battery after he put his hands around Daniel's neck, triggering a fatal heart attack. Kerrigan defended her brother on Today, saying,
I mean, he shouldn't have been charged. I mean, my dad had a heart attack, and then that's it.
Since the verdict, Kerrigan says her family has done their best to move on together. Giving back. Kerrigan is a spokesperson for the Foundation Fighting Blindness and raises money for the vision impaired through the Nancy Kerrigan Foundation. Her work with the foundation is personal, as Kerrigan's mother, Brenda, is blind. In addition, Kerrigan executive produced Why Don't You Lose 5 Pounds, a documentary about eating disorders in athletes. Kerrigan told ABC News that she struggled with anorexia through the '94 Winter Games, unknowingly dropping 15 pounds before competing.
My world was completely out of control, and a little bit, it was crazy.
Priorities. As of 2017, Kerrigan's kids are 19, 12, and 9 years old. And outside of her very selective figure skating performances, they are her world. During an emotional segment on Dancing with the Stars, she opened up about her heartbreaking journey to grow her family. Kerrigan revealed that she suffered 6 miscarriages in the 8 years following the birth of her first son, Matthew. She told People she relied on in vitro fertilization to conceive her second and third children, Brian and Nicole.
I always wanted to have 3 kids by the time I was 30, sort of like what my mom had done.
Kerrigan says these days ice skating takes a backseat to her children, and she shares some inspiring life advice with them too.
Never give up. Keep trying. If you have hope in your heart, you can persevere. I know it's hard sometimes to have it, but it's important.
Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.